Okay folks, I'm going to tell you the Teal blue and silver. The hook I have on the vise is a size 10 standard heavyweight bad fly hook. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread, yellow and black. So I'm simply just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. Just knocking down the foundation of thread here. Just going to bring my thread down until I'm past the point of the hook and remove the waist tag of the thread. Now the tail on the fly is golden pheasant tippet. So I'm just going to come in, pull these in, get my scissors and come in and take away half a dozen fibres or so. And then the length of the tail is entirely up to yourself. Just going to have it the length of the hook over the back. Now, I'm just going to take my thread turns down onto the tail until I let my thread go and I'm level with the barb of the hook. Now, just going to come in, just take a wee bit off this for the length of the body. Now, I'm going to use silver wire for the rib. You can use oval silver tinsel if you wish. I'm just going to use wire. I'm just going to pull this into the same length, a couple of turns. The tinsel that I'm using for the body is the silver and gold mylar tinsel in size 12. Just going to offer this up the same length and then just run your thread up, tying in all these materials and just trying to keep your body as smooth as you can. Right the whole way up to there. Now, then you can bring up your silver tinsel, one nice full turn onto the tail, and then one turn slightly overlapping the other on the body. Right the whole way right up to about 4 or 5 mil from the eye. Follow it across with your thread, and a couple of turns to secure everything in, and then just come in and trim away the excess of the tinsel. Then you can bring up your wire, doing 4 or 5 turns of the wire up the body to there, follow it across with your thread, and just come in a couple of tight turns to secure. Then you can bend and break away the wire. Now I'm just going to bring the thread on down to the eye and back up again. Now at this point you can either put on a cock hackle and tail, or in this case I'm going to use a hen. This is just a Chinese hen hackle that I'm using, so I'll take off a feather there, stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip. After the tip up to the hook, couple of turns to secure, fold back the tip, then just tie up over the tip on the hackle, and then come in and remove the waist. Now the turns of hackle, just going to fold these back in my hands, my finger and thumb. The turns of hackle are up to you, it's your fly. But with this being a hen hackle, so that's 2. Right. Just going to throw another one in. Right, that's plenty to there, so just keep a hold of your stem, follow it around with your thread, a couple of nice tight turns to secure that in, and then you can come in and trim away the excess of the stem. I'm going to tighten down on this to the head and back up to there. Now the wing on the fly is a tail flank, just off a duck. So just come in off the tail duck, sorry. So I'm just going to come in and select a feather here for a wing. Now I just do this a wee bit different than most, so I just come in. Because this is a small feather, I just come in and remove all the fluff from the bottom. Just put the feather in the other finger and thumb and just gently draw it through. Now, don't need them wee fibres. Just to give me a flat profile like that. And then what I do is just hold it and offer this up to the hook into the middle. And then I just come in and fold it down each side. And I'll come around with a soft pinching loop and a couple of turns just to tighten up, just to see what way I'm sitting. So there's my wing, so I'm happy enough with that now. Happy enough with that. So just want to come in, just hold everything, take another couple of nice tight turns just to tighten up on it. And I'm just going to come in and remove the excess now, just to be fair where the hen came forward, so I'll just take that away as well. Now I'm just going to keep the whole of the wing, another couple of turns down, bring your thread to the eye, and then build your thread turns up from the eye. Just makes for a neater head if you do this. Plus you're tanning the cut ends. Then just build up your head the size that you like now. Just keeping the thread tight. I'm going to come in with my whip finishing tool and just throw in a whip finish. Pull the thread up. Bring it in now. I'm just going to come in with a wee coat of clear varnish and just put a wee coat of clear varnish onto the head. Don't worry if it's in the eye, and clean that out. Now, there's one thing that I could say to you, in my experience when I started tanning flies with wings in particular, right, you've just to give the impression of a wing, okay? So just remember that when you're tanning flies like the teal, blue and silver and stuff like that, it's an impression of a wing. You're not creating a wing, the fly's not going to be framed, it's going to be faced. So just make sure if you can just remember that, just a bit of advice. Tie a few up and hopefully you can catch you a couple of fish.